Hello. Today I want to talk about another Universal monster movie, The Invisible Man. The Invisible Man is about this scientist named Jack Griffin who figures out a way to turn himself, you guessed it, invisible. Only he doesn't realize there's one terrible side effect to his experiment. Madness. He goes on a killing rampage, while the police and all the people who know what he used to be try to figure out a way to end his reign of terror.
Jack Griffin's come back. He's at Dr. Kemp's house now. Jack Griffin's the Invisible Man.
Of the Universal monster movies I've seen, and I haven't seen all of them, so take that for what it's worth, but so far, this one is my favorite. And I think I knew it was going to be my favorite in the first 5 minutes of this movie because of the weird, mysterious way that this opens and this bizarrely stylish way that the main character gets introduced. That's just so heavy-handed and so stylish. So Jack Griffin, the scientist who's the Invisible Man, is all wrapped up in bandages and goggles, and this look alone is enough to make this a great movie. I mean, he did this as a way to look legitimate enough to rent a room. And the fact that he thought it would be a good idea to throw toupee into this mix is just stunning. I mean, feast your eyes on this guy. You would have to be insane to make a fashion statement like this.
Affected my eyes.
Claude Rains, the actor who plays the Invisible Man. Now this is some guy worth talking about. Apparently H.G. Wells, who wrote the novel, he liked the movie, but one thing that he didn't like was what they did with the main character. They turned him into just this absolute lunatic. But man, what a great lunatic this guy is. For a role where you can't see the actor most of the time, and when you can see him, his face is completely covered up. This guy manages to make a really compelling performance.
We'll begin with a reign of terror. A few murders here and there.
A lot of it comes down to this really, really distinctive voice, which has this really rough but warm quality to it.
The drugs I took seemed to light up my brain. Suddenly I realized the power I held.
Apparently he fought in World War I and he suffered a poison gas attack, which paralyzed his throat. And the actor himself credits this for his voice's unique kind of husky texture. Take this and combine it with the fact that the guy grew up with speech impediment and he spent a lot of his early life learning to get over this speech impediment. All this stuff together makes this guy's voice like one of the most unique voices you'll ever hear in a movie.
You're crazy to know who I am, aren't you? All right, I'll show you.
And by the way, this is the first time he ever speaks in a movie. I think he acted in one movie before this, and it was a silent film. There's this great scene where Jack Griffin takes off the bandages in front of a bunch of people.
Look, he's all eaten away.
And in this scene, all at once, you realize the terror, but also the potential silliness of the superpower. And a lot of it is thanks to this actor, E.E. Clive, who plays the policeman Constable Jaffers. He's the first guy to realize the potential danger of the situation.
If he gets the rest of them clothes off, we'll never catch him in 1,000 years.
But he also gives you my favorite line in the movie.
Put the handcuffs on. How can I handcuff a blooming shirt?
How can I handcuff a blooming shirt? Another great actor in this is Una O'Connor. What a scream queen.
He's here! The Invisible Man! Don't leave me! Wait for me!
As far as I know, she's never had her throat paralyzed or injured in any way, and thank goodness for that, because, man, the lungs on this actress. Even though H.G. Wells didn't like the main character, he was a really big fan of Una O'Connor, which is great. For me, she's one of those things at the very beginning of the movie that kind of hooks you into it. Everyone who talks about this actress, they always talk about her screams. There's over-the-top screams, but she's just also a really cool character. She's sweet-natured, but also really nosy and stubborn and irritating.
Luncheon's at 1, and it's 1-0.
Get out!
It's a character you like a lot, but you just want her to go away.
I told you not to disturb me.
So this movie has apparently got the highest body count of all of the Universal monster movies. And if you look at most horror films, this actually ranks pretty high. To put things into perspective, The Invisible Man is competing more with Godzilla than he is with any of the other Universal monster movies. So that should tell you what kind of movie you're in for. There's just a lot of destruction and rampage. And if you can get down with this absolute maniac who's not afraid to snatch an old man's hat or to turn over a baby's cart, then this is the movie for you. Great movie, wonderfully shot. I have nothing bad to say about it except that it's pure evil, and don't show it to your kids.